Welcome to What the F***. Several states have replaced lethal injection with watching this show. Thanks, Utah. Let's get a preview of tonight's show from the light of my life, Isis Love in the KMVT newsroom. Isis, what do we have in store for tonight's show?
Thank you, sweetie. Story number 1 tonight. No sex required. Women report having orgasms at the gym. Really? Is that why women go to the gym? Story number 2. Zimbabwe sperm hunters are kidnapping male travelers for use and abuse. Maybe they should go to the gym. Story number 3. Study reveals women want husbands to be better cooks than lovers. Because you can teach a man how to cook, but you can't teach him how to... Anyway, story number 4. Bride-to-be postpones marriage after she spends 3,000 pounds on her pet lizard. Maybe her fiancé isn't much of a lover or a cook. Back to you, baby.
Thanks, babe. I'll see you at the end of the show. They are renowned for their awesome combination of brains and good looks, but enough about supermodel rocket scientists. Let's meet our panel. In the far chair, it's Marcom Specials and member of the comedy troupe The Suburban Squirrels, it's Teresa Condon. She's so hot, scientists think she can generate nuclear fusion by simply rubbing her hands together, but she won't because Exxon has paid her not to. You really betrayed the plant there. In the middle chair, she's more adorable than a lion cub, ripping out the entrails of baby gazelle. It's library worker Jenna Christ. In between them, it's former Starbucks and Pete's Barista and five-time midget cage fighting champion of the world, James Ilg. If wit was a leaky pipe, plumbers would screw him in the nuts. Finally, sitting next to me, it's attorney at law Mel Patterson, who is known in some circles as the silver-tongued devil who always gets a happy ending. Too bad those circles consist of Thai massage therapists, right, Mel? Issue number 1. Can you hit the big O by doing Taibo? In a study in the Journal of Sexual and Relationship Therapy confirms that up to 15% of women can experience orgasms from physical exercise. Researchers from Indiana University, go Boilermakers, surveyed 370 women who claimed to have experienced sexual pleasure or climax during exercise, many of whom on multiple occasions. Most of the women reported that they couldn't control the onset of the big O. What workouts produced the most incidents? Abdominal exercises were especially potent. The top pleasure generator in this category was a contraption known as the captain's chair, where the user supports her arms and back against a frame and she repeatedly raises her legs into a sitting position. For more, we turn to our health correspondent, Sally Juggler. SJ, your thoughts? I see we got the wrong video. I'll fix it in post. Don't worry about it. And I left my questions in the control room somewhere. Oh, well, we'll just have to wing it.
Nice.
All right. So, Teresa, you buying this or not?
It sounds plausible, but then why is it the men doing all the grunting in there? You never hear women doing the grunting.
Well,
That's what I typically think would accompany such an incident.
well, when you hit the big O, do you grunt?
But there's some kind of noise, right? And girls are they're very quiet about it. Maybe they should do the study on guys and see if they have similar experiences.
No,
in the gym.
we know when we hit the big O. You will know when you hit the big O. It would kick us out of the gym because they have to like move the mop and stuff, right?
Thanks. Good visual. Good visual.
Yeah.
Jenna, buying this or not?
Well, was the study, they asked for people that had experienced that and then talked to them. But I kind of want to know, like, how many people just at large of the ladies experience that? Like, is it 1% of ladies? Is it 50% of ladies? I mean, maybe I need to be exercising more with the captain's chair, evidently. I don't get what that is.
You're like this on a frame and you bring your legs up.
Oh, yeah, so it's getting all those pelvic muscles excited. So
I think the alternate name for this phenomenon is called the coregasm because it's
Ooh.
a core exercise, and so apparently in doing that you reach it. No, I think the article said 15% of women experience this phenomenon.
those lucky ladies.
You're not one of them.
Not that I've noticed, no.
Do you do the captain's chair?
I've never
One would
done the
hope you'd
captain's
notice.
chair, but I think it's about time.
Okay. James, what do you think?
I think they should bring the captain's chair into the bedroom. And
what would you be doing?
man, that would elevate the orgasmic
Yeah,
experience.
what would you be doing while they're in the captain's chair?
Well, that's behind closed doors, Jim.
Yeah, but you may not be participating in the activities.
Oh,
Maybe
I
if we
wouldn't
were
even
like
think of
laying
that,
under
no.
where the chair is, and then as the lady went up and down,
Could be.
Yeah.
He'd be with the camera.
That could be one.
Well, no, maybe you guys could meet up in the middle somewhere.
That's right. You can always reposition the chair somewhere.
Yeah, what position would you be in, James?
As many as possible.
Yeah, like such as?
Well, yeah, I know you have limited knowledge and experience in that.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out where you fit in the captain's chair while she's doing her thing.
However,
Because the only thing I can think of is you might fall down and hurt yourself, break a hip or something.
Lots of cushions.
There you go.
Lots of cushions. Maybe
Cushions,
a hammock.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
You can
so-
always do it with her, like behind her, though.
yeah.
No,
well,
you
you
can
could-
just like do it at the same
because you're
time.
backed up against the frame, right? So unless
Maybe the
James
guy's
is-
under,
Well, and why
and
do
then
the
her
why do the
arms are
knees
on
have
his
to be
arms, and then-
tucked and
We'll
close
draw a
together?
diagram.
No, that's part of the exercise.
No. Well,
That's part of the
I
exercise.
wonder if there's a demo video for the captain's
yeah, I think it would work
chair.
equally well if she was
Yeah,
doing
we
the
need,
splits.
we need to look this captain's chair up.
Mel, what do you think?
I'm certainly hoping it's true because I'm really tired of hearing about how women can't come to an orgasm when they're actually having sex. So then I figure if she doesn't, I can just send her to the gym.
Mel, what do we say about sharing your marital problems on the show?
Yeah, I don't hear that.
That's because you're divorced. That's because you're divorced.
Well, I wasn't
So
necessarily.
Mel's wife never tells you about how tired she is.
That's right. See, that's why.
Oh man, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. All right. So, if this becomes more widely known, do you think more women would go to the gym? I'll start with the ladies.
Absolutely.
You can tell by their really good abs later on
you go.
in the year.
Well, yeah. If this is true, then would there be fewer women with muffin tops? I'll throw it out to the group.
Well, actually, that kind of exercise does not prevent muffin top. Sorry.
No. But fewer women would have muffin tops because they're exercising more. No.
So it's a win-win for
Yeah.
everyone,
But
right?
would that be
Yeah.
the case? Fewer muffin tops?
Maybe. I mean, that kind of exercise doesn't really work the right muscles. Sorry to be
You
like,
know the
super
right.
technical
You know the right
about
muscles,
it.
right?
Yeah.
You've worked them,
Well, yeah, obliques.
and you've experienced this phenomenon.
Awesome abs. Yes, I have.
No.
have
The
them
other phenomenon.
I think he's going for a little bit lower than that.
Oh, okay. No. Like she said, these were very lucky women.
All right.
Lucky ladies.
All right. Let's go to issue number 2. They have a
went
need
straight over
for
my
your
head. I'm like,
seed.
oh, okay.
Locals in Zimbabwe report that gangs of women have been picking up male travelers to have sexual intercourse and harvest their sperm. Local media have reported victims of highway prowlers being drugged, subdued at knife or gunpoint, given sexual stimulant, and forced into repeated sex before being dumped on the roadside, or as we call in the Bay Area, night in the Castro. The sperm's exact use is not clear, but is thought to be intended for juju, or traditional rituals to bring luck, anything from enhancing good fortune, boosting business, etc. The problem is so serious the Russian army is going in to stop these women. I think we have some footage of them training for the mission here.
Четко нету за месяц нас. Давай, короче, завтра переводится дух. Понеслась!
Well, what can you say? That was my summer camp video.
My kind of pillow talk.
There you go. There you go. All right. Since last time I started with women, I'll start with the men. James,
Yes, so
how ugly must these women be?
that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, if they have to be forced into having sex with women, then these must be really gnarly looking ladies.
Well, can you think of a woman so ugly that she would have to be forced to take the sperm away from you?
Yes, sure.
Anybody you can think of
Absolutely.
mind, like a celebrity?
A celebrity. Oh, Roseanne comes to mind.
Yeah. Oh, she's hideous.
Okay.
I
Okay.
hate that woman.
All right. So Bill, what do you think?
Well,
how ugly must these women have to be?
I don't think that there's any particular level that can't be solved by a paper bag myself. But
Hey, that reminds me. Do you think you could start a charity for these women? Like Christian Action,
Well-
like Sally Struthers had
Look,
this thing
I-
where you sent like 50 cents a month for a kid in Africa. You can send like 50 cents a month for a paper bag a day.
Well, I mean, you know enough people to know that it doesn't really matter. Looks, these women could approach certain guys and not have to worry about drugging them or threatening them. They'll just get right in there. I mean, you know that, right, Jim? I mean, right?
I don't know. No,
But remember, they're using the paper bag for something else.
There you go. God,
I
I
hope it's
hope.
not paper. It needs
hope
to
it's
be
not
like
paper.
plastic or something.
Yeah, I hope it's plastic. I hope it's
No
plastic.
wonder they're doing it so much. I mean, they're using
Exactly,
paper for that.
So
shelf life.
Teresa, you do good work. You do charitable work, right?
Yeah.
Would you start a charity, a bag a day for paper bags for Zimbabwe women?
Everyone deserves a little love, so yes, I would.
Okay, all right. How about you, Jenna?
Would I send paper bags?
Yeah.
I don't think it's about how ugly the ladies are. I think it's about how some ladies are picking up freaky, predatory patterns of behavior and raping men.
Or maybe you should send them 6-packs and roofies, right?
Oh, good lord.
Or as we call it, the James Old package.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not for enabling raping happening with people.
Wait a minute.
By the way,
My name became
like,
all of
well,
that.
you're a lawyer. You're a lawyer. You help corporations set up
That's correct.
a business model, a business proposition for you. Sperm bank in Zimbabwe. Good idea or bad idea?
Good idea.
Right?
Absolutely.
Would you guys invest in this?
Hey, maybe some guy can make a video, and have it go viral on
Promotional
YouTube.
video.
I honestly, I think that
You
they
know?
should be marketing in the gym or something.
There you go.
The Coney guy,
And then, but if you do have the sperm bank, would it have an ATM machine?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, really?
To make withdrawals.
That's right.
Or deposits.
Or deposits,
Or
that's
deposits.
right.
Because remember, we did do a story a few months back about the sperm collecting machine they're developing in China, right?
Yeah.
Were
remember
you guys
that.
there for that? You were there for that, right? So if you just hook that up to the ATM machine, and just make sure you hit the right
There you
button,
go.
because you don't want to hit
Yep.
the withdrawal button when you mean deposit or vice
That's
versa,
right. That's right.
Right?
Get an unpleasant surprise one way or the other.
Right. See, Teresa, that's how you know a man has an orgasm, right? In the gym, that's why we can't do it at the gym. Or if we do it in the gym, they throw us out.
Yes.
Or unless it's a gay
With a
gym,
mop.
then it's like, I don't know.
I heard.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Is
All
that
right.
why you're banned from all those gyms?
No,
Jim.
because my name is Jim. All right. So, should we be able to shoot ugly people for sport? Teresa Condon will tell us about her new book, Stopping Visual Pollution, Making the Environment Pretty, after the next break. Well, welcome back. Issue number 3. If you can't please her in bed, can you do so in the kitchen instead? Married women prefer their husbands to cook them dinner over sex, and more than half would choose food over time in bed. More than 9 in 10 women would prefer their man to cook them a meal rather than give them flowers, according to a survey of more than 1,000 women in the Victoria province of Australia, which I believe is where our former governor Arnold Schwarzenegger comes from, right? Anyways, women also prefer their hubbies pick more traditionally female pursuits around the house over more masculine chores, such as cooking dinner, cleaning the bathroom, vacuuming, and mopping around the house. I think doing laundry and feeding the cat qualify, right? Yeah, I'm assuming that's a man who taped that, because I mean he's playing with the cat and he's drying the clothes, so it's kind of a twofer, right? All right.
Very lazy way to play with the cat.
Teresa,
It's all fun and
Jenna,
games until someone
I will
gets
start
hurt.
with you because you are one of the other women on the panel.
One of them, yes.
One of them, yes. James, I'm a little hesitant about, but anyways. So you buying this or not? Would you prefer that your man be better in the kitchen rather than in bed?
He's right here.
He's right there.
Is it kind of a loaded question then?
Sometimes you really want a good meal.
Well, let's weigh this. How many times do you eat a day?
3.
How many times
Plus
do you
snacks.
do the other thing?
That's none of your business.
Is it more or less the number of times you eat?
I am eating a lot.
You're not
gonna go there.
You're not answering the question.
And she might be eating a lot more than the others.
See, because eating can go both ways.
Well, and part of it is, okay, you put a lot of effort into cooking, and you can put a lot of effort into having sex. And what if you're like, man, I'm tired, I've had a hard day, and hubby's like, hey, let's have a good time in the bedroom, and you're like, I'm tired. And you're like, okay, here, I can offer you some food I cooked already.
Both the guys shook their heads when they said sex is a lot of work. I don't know what to make of that. Okay.
You feel like relaxing, kicking back,
Okay,
making
so
a meal.
you agree or disagree with this? Or you just plead the fifth?
I can see how that could be the case sometimes.
Okay. Teresa, you have a boyfriend, right?
Hmm?
Would you prefer that he be better cooking versus...
Definitely prefer he be a better cook.
Okay.
Food is the straightest path to my heart. He knows that. Every time I come over, he has cookies.
Okay, does he bake the cookies themselves or you just buy them?
Sometimes he does, or actually his roommate makes them sometimes. But yeah, usually he'll just buy them. But
So
if they're from
perhaps
Trader
the
Joe's, I'm
roommate
fine with
is
that.
the better guy to go for, right?
Oh, that's a good thought.
No. You see
thought about that.
You see that Seinfeld episode, right?
No.
No, where Jerry does the roommate switch. He's attracted to one woman, but then he's attracted to the roommate. He wants to figure out a way to switch.
That's sticky. It's a sticky situation.
Okay.
Yeah, if they stop being roommates, your boyfriend might be doomed.
Right. But, okay. So
I won't let him see this show.
Okay. So you would prefer that he cook for you
Yes.
more often? Okay. So again,
I too eat a lot.
Okay. So question: do you eat more than you do the other thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Much more.
So you prefer that he would cook for you? Okay.
Just about every
James.
does. Yes, I do eat more than the other thing.
No. Do you cook? As a man, do you cook?
Yes, in both places.
There you go. Great answer.
All right, but one of them you have to call the fire department. The other one you just kind of call the suicide hotline, right?
Videographer.
There you go. Videographer.
Burn unit.
It's more of a viral video if things go wrong. Like
Zimbabwe people.
Like the Zimbabwe women.
You got a paper bag?
So I'll ask you to self-assess yourself. Are you a better cook or a lover?
Why would I want to self-assess myself? I mean, that would be...
No, assess yourself. Do you think you're a better cook or you're a better lover?
That's what I said.
You do other things.
That's what she said. Or can you not?
Am I a better one or the other? Equally good in both.
Or equally bad, depending
Or
on...
equally the same level.
Mel, same question.
Well, I have absolutely no experience at being a bad lover. So, that said, I'm a terrible cook.
Your wife doesn't watch the show.
No, she doesn't.
She's not going to watch
You
the
have
show.
to make up for the terrible cookery somehow.
Yeah.
And you have.
And
all
I
your
have.
all your cookery skills, they went another direction.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think the law is sort of converse also. If you're a bad cook, you must be a great lover.
Yeah.
Okay, now to be fair, since I asked you all these questions, I will answer them myself. I eat more than I do it, and I suck at both. So, all right, so we'll just leave it at that. Issue number...
A lot of popsicles.
Issue number 4. Will she regret delaying her marriage for her pet? British school teacher Lizzie Griffith has delayed her wedding to pay for cancer treatments for her pet bearded dragon lizard named George. She says George will always come first, unquote. The primary school teacher adopted George a year ago but discovered he was sick. Veterinarians found a tumor in the unlucky lizard, and the bride-to-be spent her life savings to pay for chemotherapy for George. The first bearded dragon lizard in Britain to receive chemotherapy, and it had probably a lot of other humans in that. The chemo was successful, but now the wedding's been put off. Joining us from across the pond through the magic of television, we actually have George. George, what do you think of the sacrifice your owner went through for you?
George is so ungrateful.
They just zoomed in and
Because I know what's coming.
Terrible, George. Maybe it's to do with chemo.
Who gets the first?
I see whatever cancer George had wasn't colon cancer. George is kind of a jerk, don't you think? Anyway. All right, Mel, what do you think her fiance is thinking right about now?
New marriage. You know.
Because the lizard comes first.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, at this point, I would be seriously backing away.
Would you?
Yes.
James?
But you know, Jim, there's now hope for you. All you got to do is get some cancer, and there's a lady over in England that'll just go crazy over you.
I'm not green enough. I'm more yellow.
I think they come in yellow too.
There's some makeup for that.
There's some makeup for that.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can fix it in
tack
post.
on scales.
Yeah. So, so James, what do you think this bodes for the marriage if the lizard comes first?
Well, first of all, let's hope there's not a marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, they can save a lot more money if they just say sorry. Thanks, but no thanks.
All right. All right, Teresa, is 1 year a little bit too soon to get attached to a lizard?
Lizards are wonderful creatures, and I think she did the right thing.
Right.
There's only one George for her, and there's many men in the sea.
Right. So, yeah, what are the comparative advantages
men
and
that should
disadvantages of lizard versus husband?
Disadvantages. I don't know. Advantages. I don't know. It's always cool. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Lizards can't cook for you,
That's right.
Right.
that I know of.
But
Husbands
you
don't
think,
usually either.
but she still chose the lizard. So maybe the fiance didn't. cook for her.
Personality.
Maybe he's
it's
a
a better
bad cook.
personality.
Yeah, that could be. He could very well be.
I think that's
They
it.
need to move the captain's chair into the
And
bedroom, like I said.
Right, because she can get her orgasms elsewhere besides the husband. So the lizard is the actual emotional support, right? Right. No?
I hear you.
You hear it?
Emotional support from a lizard.
Right. So would
Yeah.
ladies, would you choose a pet over your man?
Maybe.
Depends on the man or the
I have
pet.
the best dog in the world, so probably.
Have you had the
wanna
dog longer than the man?
Yes.
Right. Okay. You have a pet?
Actually, I already chose the man over the pet. He developed allergies to cats, and we decided the kitty had to go.
Ah.
job.
Oh,
She's
poor
a keeper.
Oh, that's how he learned his cooking skills.
What are you
right?
saying about me?
Tinker Tots. Her name was Tinker.
The kitty
The
tree,
cat.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So this okay. So is
Poor Tinker.
Is this? Oh,
She was so delicious.
I'll throw this out to the group. Britain does have a socialized medicine, but it apparently doesn't cover pets. Do you think eventually it will cover pets?
No.
No,
Probably not.
because Sandra Fluke said it doesn't cover contraception. Should it cover your pets?
No.
Okay, even if the Catholic Church objects to pet coverage of pets. Because I'll bet you she spent $3,000 in a year rather than $3,000 for 3 years of law school. Sandra Fluke, right?
Well, at least in the U.S. you can buy pet care insurance that would be way less expensive. So she should have invested in some pet insurance.
Oh, okay. Unless it was a pre-existing condition. All right, we're at the end of the segment. Hey, should clients be able to pay their attorneys with barter? Milt Patterson tells us new ways hot women clients can pay his legal bills after our next break. Okay, welcome back. And now we are in our fact-checking stage where our fact-checker will tell us where we all went wrong during the course of the show. And again, joining us from the KMVT newsroom is the light of my life, Isis Love. Hey, baby, how did we do tonight?
Well, Jim, I think you guys did really great. But Jenna, I have to tell you, those 15% that we were talking about who were so happy in their captain's chairs, they self-reported. So would you admit to achieving the big O?
I think I'd be proud.
Yeah, unlike the 1%.
And I guess-
Unlike the 1%, right, babe?
I'm sure these women exercise regularly.
Ooh.
Wouldn't you, babe? Oh, not that you'd need to. I'm not saying you need to, but wouldn't you if you could?
Oh yeah, what have I been faking for all these years, lover?
Happiness,
Fact check,
contentment?
gentlemen. Regarding the Zimbabwe women, these gentlemen aren't ugly, they're witches. They're using this stuff for witchcraft. I mean, I guess that's better than sacrificing sheep, but a lot of people object to witchcraft.
Yeah, but couldn't you
Any
just
thoughts?
What?
ask for a donation? Here's a magazine,
In
here's a videotape. Could we have a donation, please?
Yeah, whatever happened to voodoo dolls?
Exactly.
Maybe that's what they're using the sperm for.
Voodoo dolls?
Well, you have to put something on the voodoo doll of the subject to be able to poke it and make it work.
You know what I'm
Or
thinking
so
of?
cartoons tell me.
You know what I'm thinking about? Voodoo
Yeah.
slash sex doll combo.
It's all the
What do you
rage.
think,
It's
babe? Is
probably-
that a good idea?
Stop, I'm getting a white on.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We want to know.
Moving on.
That's a bit below my knees.
Something to do with
Maybe you
fishing,
should just go to the
probably.
gym now.
What else you got for us, babe?
Jim, darling, regarding cooking or the other thing, if I can't have one thing, I'll settle for the other. Because at the moment, I've got neither.
Oh.
Hey, I put the lawn in the backyard, so you at least will get the other.
Oh, there you go.
Get your roughage.
Thanks. It is nice and springy now.
You know what they say, the grass is always greener.
Yeah. Fact check, by the way. The fiance in Britain appears to be supportive of his bride and George. So it seems to me that any resulting children will be strong and above average. And so, you know, if a lady wants the dream wedding and her lizard to be there, it's all about the patience in the pocketbook.
Well, threesomes, I don't know about threesomes involving lizards, though.
Except in the bath, maybe.
I mean, yeah.
Well, unless there's two captain's chairs,
Yeah.
right? So, no, I don't think she means that it's going to be a three-way sexual thing. The lizard is still part of the family like a child.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean,
See, you notice that's where the guys' minds first went to there, babe, right? And the women just sat there quietly on the panel, right?
Yeah, I do think they're dinosaur enthusiasts and lizard enthusiasts. So
Yeah,
I
just
think
leave the
he
door
was
open
supportive.
and then we'll see how
enthusiast,
much of a child he is.
Now,
Imagine what they're going to name the children.
Godzilla.
Lazar? No?
T-Rex R.
T-Rex are? You know, I don't know. What would you name a...
Steggy.
What reptile names could you name a kid?
reptiles have names?
George. Hey, people name their kids weird things, but they give their pets regular
Okay.
names. So you should be the other way around. Like you should not name. What's the rule? You should not name your daughter after any food, spice, or any city south of the Mason-Dixon line, according to Chris Rock. Right. Right. Hey, babe, what would you name kids if we had any? She's shuddering at the thought.
How did you know?
Her three stomachs are revolting right now.
You did this to me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, what would you name? If we had kids, what would you name them, babe?
Oh, I really prefer the normal biblical names, don't you think? Jedediah, Abraham,
Ezekiel.
Satan.
No, not Satan. No, I don't know if we could do Satan, but we just pronounce it Satan, like the hockey player, you know. But
There you
Satan, Satan probably not. But
Beelzebub.
no, not even. All right, babe, we're at the end of the show. Thank you very much for setting us straight. Awesome job, guys. Later. The mics are down, so.